What's up, everybody? Today is a glorious day. It's the return of Chiefs football. Now, it's only preseason, so let's not get carried away, but it's something, and I'm happy that it's back. Today, the Chiefs played the Los Angeles Rams in preseason game number 1. They did lose today to the Rams. They lost by a score of 20-12. That doesn't really matter, though. That's not what the story is. The story is we got to see a lot of young guys play today. We got to see some of our new guys play today. Some of them did really well, and some of them had some struggles. So I'm here to talk about my thoughts on today's game, starting with the offense. Let's talk about the offense first. Let's start with the quarterback position. Today, our starter was Justin Fields. I thought Justin, in his limited time, did fine. Nothing bad, really. He executed the offense, ran it perfectly fine. I think he was 4 for 4, 4 for 5, passing. It was a lot of screen passes, a lot of short stuff. Again, nothing inherently bad with what he did. It was just fine. It was totally fine. To me, the star of the passing game here today was Garrett Nussmeier, our rookie 7th-round quarterback. He was sensational. I was so blown away with Garrett Nussmeier's today's performance. His poise in the pocket, and he was working with a very shaky offensive line in there today, but his poise in the pocket, his ability to move and create plays and using his legs to extend plays and to step up in the pocket and make throws, I was really impressed with Garrett Nussmeier. And I'll go as far to say this. Since I've been a Chief fan for over 20-plus years, and I'll just go back to when Mahomes got here. Since Patrick Mahomes, he's the best backup talent that I've seen us have since that time. I was really, really impressed with Garrett Nussmeier today. I think the big question is your backup Justin Fields or is it Garrett Nussmeier? Now, obviously, Justin, you know what you're getting. Justin is a guy who's been a starter in the league before. He's been in big situations, big games. He's played. You know what you're getting. Garrett, obviously, is much more of an unknown commodity. We don't really know. We've seen one preseason game. But I was really impressed with that one preseason game. I'm not going to let that blind me here. I would still say today that Justin is the backup. But let's see how this develops. Let's see how this continues. As of right now, today, I think they keep 3 quarterbacks. And no, I'm not keeping Chris Ludicon because I think that guy's buns. I think he's no good. He seems like a nice guy, but I've seen enough of him. He had another poor performance today. Whatever. But to me, I do think they keep 3 quarterbacks. I thought Garrett was sensational today, and I really liked, Justin Fields, obviously, you kind of know what you're getting there. For Garrett Nussmeier today, he also should have had a 100-yard passing touchdown. He threw an absolute dime out of the end zone today. He was, all the way back on like the 1-yard line. He was in the end zone. I thought they were just going to run the ball and just punt it. He threw an absolute dart, a beautiful ball. Hits Brownlee right in the hands. It would have been a walk-in touchdown for 100 yards, and he dropped it. And, of course, after he drops it, we punt the ball. They get a good return. They go score a touchdown. It's a 14-point swing, and that was your ball game, which sucked. That sucked for Garrett. That sucked that they lost because of that, really. But again, overall, I thought he played great. I thought he played sensational. Quarterback play overall, besides Ludicon today, good. Running backs. Our starting running back today was Brashard Smith. I thought he did a really nice job in the passing game. He feels like he's your third down back, your third down pass-catching type of guy. That is his role. He seems very confident in that. In terms of running the ball, he's still not quite there. He did improve a little bit as the game went on. He got a couple good carries later on in the game, like third quarter. But he feels like your third down pass-catching running back. And I thought he did a good job of that today. Emmett Johnson, he came in second. And again, great job. I thought he was sensational today. He is very elusive. He's got very quick feet, and his feet are strong. He's got strong legs that he makes a quick move, and then he'll just kind of accelerate real quickly and just bam, knock into somebody. And he's always just driving his feet forward. He had a really good performance. He also should have had a touchdown. He had a touchdown that got called off today, that got taken off the board. It was a phantom holding call on the offensive line, which I did not love at that time. But he had a great performance today. Really looked good, really looked strong. I feel really confident in our running situation right now between Kenneth Walker, Emmett Johnson, and Brashard Smith. As for DeMercado, I don't know. It feels like he might be kind of the odd man out here, especially with Brashard Smith kind of solidifying maybe that third down back type of role. We'll see what happens. There's still time. But again, overall today, I thought Johnson looked great, and I also thought Brashard Smith looked pretty good as well. For the receivers, I mentioned Brownlee, who dropped the wide open touchdown 100-yard touchdown from Garrett Nussmeier, so not a good day for him. But Cyrus Allen, he's been obviously the big offseason sensation here at training camp. He looked great today. He should have had 3 catches. He had 1 taken off the board with an offensive pass interference call on Jalen Royals. But he made a sensational grab. He jumped like way up in the air, caught this pass from Garrett Nussmeier. He looked really good today. He looked the part. If you're somebody who's been watching training camp, following training camp, and you've been hearing his name a lot, you saw him today. You saw him pop off the screen. He looks really good, really talented. So he had a nice day. As for Jalen Royals, kind of a hit and miss day. He had, I think he had 2 catches, so he did a little bit in terms of receiving, but he also had the penalty that cost us a drive. We would have had a first down. We ultimately had to punt because he had an offensive pass interference called on him. So those are killers. Those are things that you look back on, you say, those are things that keep you off a roster. He's a guy right now who is really close on that bubble. Again, we'll see how he goes, but kind of a hit and miss day for him overall. The rest of the receivers, Nico Remigio, he did fine. He had 2 catches. Avery Armstrong had a nice catch earlier in the game. Just a lot of guys, a catch here, a catch there, nothing major. But the guys that we've heard a lot about, Cyrus Allen, for example, he had a big day today, looked good. Tight ends were fairly quiet. Wiley had a really nice grab on the sideline. They actually had to challenge it because they thought it was incomplete, but it was a completed catch. It was a fantastic grab. Noah Gray had a couple of catches as well. Again, the tight ends are fairly quiet, but they were fairly effective today when they were thrown to. Even our third string guy, who I can't think of his name, Burning Stool or something, he looked okay as well. So again, all of our tight ends today, fairly quiet, but a nice productive day. Finishing up with our offensive line. Now, I feel pretty good with the Chiefs' offensive line 1 through 7, which most teams probably feel that way as well. Your first, your starting 5 and then maybe 1 or 2 guys off the bench, you feel pretty good about. Our starting 5, Simmons, Kingsley, Creed, Trey, and then the combination of right tackles, whether it's Moore or Khalil Benson. I feel very confident with all those 6 guys. And I also feel confident with Asa Pohl. From what I saw last year at the end of the year to what I saw today and what I've seen in training camp, I feel okay with him as our backup left tackle or right tackle. I think he'll be all right. Everybody else, though, especially the backup interior line, I am really worried about. They did not have a good day today. Driscoll probably worked himself out of a job today with all the penalties he had, so he's going to be probably out. Chu Godric showed me nothing today. Norzad showed me nothing today. Caliendo had a rough day. He had a penalty that cost him a first down or a big play at one point. Nigra, our backup center, he had a penalty or 2. One of the penalties I thought was a tough one. He was like, an eligible receiver downfield on an extended play. That's a tough one. But I am a little worried about the backup interior line. If Creed goes down or Trey goes down or Kingsley goes down, if Mike Caliendo's our next guy up, that's a little concerning. So I would like to maybe see something happen there, another addition to the offensive line for a backup. But again, overall today, I thought there was a lot of positives. I thought the quarterbacks looked really good besides Chris Lucan. I thought the running game was very solid. I thought guys like Cyrus Allen had moments where they were able to shine. And I think there's a lot of promising things happening today. So overall, despite the loss, I thought the Chiefs offensively looked really, really sound today. So encouraging, hopeful, and obviously we'll get more of the starters when the regular season starts. We'll have Mahomes, we'll have Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker did technically play today, but he didn't really play today. So, when we get all of our guys, Worthy and Rice and everybody, Kelsey, this is going to look even better. But it's nice to see those young guys doing something, showing signs of progress, showing signs that they can contribute this year to help this team get back to the promised land. It was a very encouraging day to be a Kansas City Chief fan. So those are my thoughts on the offense today. Tell me what you think in the comments. Was there somebody I didn't talk about that you thought was really impressive? Were you a little disappointed in somebody? What were your thoughts on the game today offensively? I'd love to hear. And my next video, I will talk about the defense, so stay tuned for that. I'll give you all my thoughts on the defense and special teams as well in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good one.